if it becomes an issue with traffic, we may require you to post flaggers.
So somebody have a bond already now?
Yeah, he said that. I move that we suggest that not required.
I'll second.
Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Motion to meet with J.D. Martin to form or to frame the issues regarding the gas documents in question.
So moved.
Second.
How do you vote? Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yeah.
Zach?
Yep.
Denny, would you tell us what you want us to?
I didn't know anything about it.
Well, you want us to send a letter to somebody. You did tell us what the problem is.
Yeah, I brought up the issue at the last planning commission meeting that there's
So
some,
see us afterwards and give us that information. If you give Tammy next day or two, we'll send a letter for you.
okay.
Solicitor's report.
You asked for some language and a memo on nuisances, potential nuisance ordinance that dealt with dust and noise and those sorts of things, and we've submitted to the supervisors some reading material, and you can give us direction on how you want to proceed with that.
I don't think we have it.
Do you make email to you? All right, I'll leave a copy with you, and that way you can circulate it to the supervisors. I do have it in my notebook. I have an update on the Hall-Ritchie lawsuit that also included Donegal Township as an additional party. John Mahoney of the firm of Sienna, Belmore, and McAndrew in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, is the insurance attorney representing the township in this proceeding. He called me a few days ago, and then he's followed up with a letter that we provided the township. He has been approached by counsel for the parties indicating that they are going to be submitting a petition to the court to dismiss the case. And because we're an additional defendant, we can object to the dismissal, or we can choose to file an appeal to the summary judgment decision of Judge Emery. It's going to require a motion indicating the desire of the board to participate and join in the petition to dismiss the case. And that is my recommendation. That's Mr. Mahoney's recommendation as well. And then after that matter is concluded, it would be my suggestion that we deal with the abandonment of that alley pursuant to the second-class township code. It governs the procedures for abandoning an alley. It's been unopened. So I'm going to need to get back to Mr. Mahoney, but I would like to have on the record the desire of the board. If you want to contest the dismissal, that means you want to continue to litigate issues or the decision of the court on the summary judgment motion and the validity of the quitclaim deed. But I think that all goes by the board if this case is dismissed. So I'm requesting that be later on the agenda. The motion would be to not oppose the petition being filed by the parties to dismiss the lawsuit.
So moved.
I'll second.
How do you vote? Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Police Department report.
Do you want to step out and call service and bring you back in?
I'm advised the month of September 2016, Donegal Township Police Department provided a minimum of 480 man-hours of service to the townships and the borough. With those hours, we responded to 174 calls for service, as opposed to September 2015, when we responded to 151 calls. Donegal Township Police Department initiated investigations of 16 reportable crimes. Of those 16, 12 investigations have been closed, 4 are still open. Officers made 5 criminal arrests. Officers conducted 30 traffic stops, issued 5 citations, 1 non-traffic citation was issued, and 0 traffic accidents were reported. For the month of August 2016, a total of $498.50 was collected in magistrate's fines. As for the breakdown, and they break them down, I guess, according to the municipality. Payable to the municipality, $200, motor vehicle of $297. And the other reports, I guess, are for Claytonville and Buffalo Township.
Water and sewage. Road department. Got anything yet?
I'd just like to comment on that Delashon Road. I've met with Floyd out there several times. Last time we met, he brought a map. Frank Brownlee brought a truck out. They did a dry run, did no damage. They have a bond, they have escrow. Any damage that up to, I believe, $3,000, correct, Tammy? Is there escrow money?
3,000.
And once they exceed that, they have to replenish it. That covers our wages, stone, equipment, anything, any repairs that we have to make up until they can get to it. If we use more than 3,000, they got to replenish it. So they're all covered in everything they're doing. Just to let you know.
Got anything else? Motion to advertise bids on the construction of a new township garage.
Yeah, I'll move that we advertise for bids on the construction of a 70 by 100 steel structure and the cement for the floor. We will need to bid the doors as a separate package. So we'll need to make this as a motion to advertise for bids for the garage, which includes the steel and the cement and the electric will be a separate item as well. The doors will be a separate package. We need to bid the door package separately. They don't want to bid the door package. Companies we talk to.
Well, you ought to ask them to bid it, and then let the bid come in.
Okay. Well, this is a motion to put together the specifications and place a legal advertisement.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What about plumbing, electrical, and other peripherals? You talk about a cement floor and a steel building, but what about plumbing and electrical? Or do you include that when you talk about a steel building?
We got to put the specifications together. That's authorization to do that.
Zach?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 3 yeses.
Like Katie.
Can you, I know that guy was at, I forget what meeting it was, planning commission or something, he said, I get where you're getting at, whatever company that was you already talked to, didn't really want to do the doors and that, but would it be better to put the bid out there for like the general contractor to do everything instead of breaking up so you guys got more?
That's what he just said.
You know what I'm saying? And then if they don't want to do it,
That's
you
what
can,
we recommend.
all right.
Motion to approve Southwest Energy heavy hauling permit for Everett Road.
Yes.
Office report.
Lots happening. Under new business, a motion to set up a meeting schedule. We're going to have to do some hard looking at the budget. Earned income is down somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000. Expenses are up in certain categories. 1 mil of taxes in Donegal Township as of last year raised about $13,000. And we're going to have to put the brakes on spending. I know it seems kind of odd that we would be considering building a building when we're putting brakes on spending. The general fund is the one that I'm talking about. It's a fund that you can use for anything, and it is dropping. We're going to have to do something about it sometime before the end of the year. That probably may mean there may be some cutting back on expenses, there may be some layoffs, maybe taxes may need to be increased. We've spent about $10,000 in either hard costs or in labor costs dealing with right to know questions. Again, 1 bill raised $13,000.
$5,000 this month alone? I'm good.
So we make a motion to place the required legal advertisements for special budgetary and finance workshop meetings to be held October 20th, 27th, November 3rd, November 10th, November 17th, December 1st, December 8th, December 15th, December 22nd, December 29th at 6 p.m. to discuss the formation of the preliminary and final budget and to consider take action on other business which may come before the board. There will be a meeting, well, hopefully, if they're large enough, we'll move into here. If they're not, they'll be held in the other meeting room. That is a motion.
Second.
How do you vote, Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
I got a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me know that.
No.
This one? Oh, I guess I did. I'm sorry. Eric, when is your project going to commence?
I believe we're on track to break ground this spring.
This spring? I'd like to, I have no problem with allocating money towards the project. The request was for $60,000, the request.
Yes, sir.
You can only gas the people in here, you can hit them up before they leave tonight. Again, I would move that we allocate that from Act 13 funds. I'll make that motion.
Second.
How do you vote, Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
The next motion deals with the finance meetings that we're going to have. Need to take minutes. According to the second-class township code, it shall be the secretary or it be an assistant secretary, I guess. And the motion that would appoint me to do that. I've done that many times in the past at no compensation, simply for the purpose of recording minutes. I can't make that as a motion at the minute, but that is a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
How do you vote, Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
I will abstain, but there's no money involved. If you give me an extension slip, I'll sign it.
Zach?
Yes.
Motion to hire Rich, thank you, Lowe, as part-time interim custodian.
I'm going to vote for
This is information. Our custodian for this building resigned, and we didn't have only a couple of days' notice. The first person that put their application in showed up here, and I think, told them to work that day, because we couldn't go with having the restrooms clean with the kids in the building, and being that we do have a licensed daycare center on premise, there are certain things that are required to be kept clean, and that's one of the things is the restrooms. So we had Mr. Lowe begin. We do have other applications that I think it'd be only fair that we could review those and make a decision at a later meeting, but I will second the motion.
How do you vote, Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Motion to recess for 5 minutes, allow residents to bring forth matters that may require immediate board action.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to suggest that we review the recess. And it's a motion to permit the public to present to you as a board items that may be...
Not as a board, and then if they come up with...
come up as individuals, that you may add as new business agenda items.
Okay.
Not recess.
Haven't we been putting that out?
I'll make that a motion to change the wording and make that a...
Only until they're ready.
Yes.
We go ask them.
How do you vote, Dave?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Are you in your 5 minutes yet?
Yeah, here.
All right, go.
No, come on up.
Yeah, you gotta go see.
Well, my question's under new business. I thought Gary just said you weren't recessing.
No, he says they don't have to call it a recess.
Oh, they're joking.
Huh?
They're joking. Layoffs to hire somebody.
Eddie. Eddie. What was your question?
The question was, how can we take action on a workshop?
That's my question. Is there going to be, are they
Well, that's...
township meetings here or workshops?
Right. That's what I was going to ask, and I thought they would come back to it after they addressed Eric, and then they didn't, and you didn't speak up, so I didn't... What's that?
He had $5,000 more in 1 month. Does anybody know?
That's freaking ludicrous. This is just retarded.
Who? I don't know. Come on. You need to get back. I'm wondering if he's maybe the settlement. But I can find that out.
Should I go up and bring that up?
Oh, that? Oh, Doug. It isn't even that far. I know, he's talking
Well, if they didn't recess, then we're still in an open meeting.
Yes.
And this isn't proper procedure or conduct. My point is,
Just remember.
I'll be back in a minute.
I can't hear back there.
inspections, and there are certain inspections required to build a building. And a lot of it is regulated by the new building codes that are out. We don't have a lot of say in it. We do have a local building inspector that does not do electric. Is there anything else he doesn't do?
This one didn't show up the first.
Just electric. We have had a great deal of activity under right to know request, and apparently our security cameras in the building have become an interest of determining when people come and go, rather than security. The reason the cameras were originally put in, they began in the police office, and then I believe they added them at that point to the hallway and the meeting room, and we had cameras to the children's area upstairs in the hallway, because of the daycare center and the parking lot and this room as well. It's an expensive proposition to remove I'm not sure why, it was very close to $150 to remove the information from the cameras in this building. At least the one time, I'm not sure about the other time. Because we had issues removing the footage from the cameras in the police car, that was requested under the Right to Know Act. They had to send the camera out, which I've been informed by the chief of police that police car has now been taken out of service because the officers don't feel safe in doing traffic stops without the camera in use. I would make a motion that will authorize the supervisors to move the security cameras and/or disconnect any or all of them once the study is done to determine whether or not they're useful and where we need to have them. Move the motion to change the cameras.
Any questions? Good, Tammy.
Do we pay for someone to monitor those? Do we pay for a company to monitor the cameras? We don't. Okay, I have my cameras and I monitor them myself. So what is the expense? And to remove this stuff, it's just a download, it's a button.
Talk to the chief, I don't know what,
I
we were billed about $150 for that.
I understand. I just not, if we pay to have them monitored, so why would we need to remove them if we're not paying to have them? There's not a monthly fee. That's all. I just rather that, because there's a monthly fee, it's not an expense to the town.
The cameras were installed as a security feature, not as a tracking device to find when supervisors come and go from the building. If you would like, if you would like for me to call you every time I'm at the building, you leave your numbers with me, I will phone you every time I'm here.
That would be great. I will leave it.
Please do.
Any other questions? Good, Dave.
I think the point being, if there's no expense to the township, if you put them up, did you make a motion and take a vote when you put them up? And if you put them up for security, why would you take them down if there's no cost to the township to monitor them? I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. So you're gonna incur a cost to remove them.
No, we're gonna pull plugs out of the back of the machine.
Okay, so if they're set up for security, if somebody comes in, especially in this day and age when Tammy's in there by herself, why would you disable them if there's no cost?
Because folks don't understand why they're here. They're here to secure people. I have no intention or ever advocate pulling the cameras from the daycare center because it's very important. There are certain regulations of the daycare center, just so you understand that. Any of you who are carrying firearms in this building, unless you're a police officer, you're in violation of the law. Absolutely. We have had it researched. This is a daycare facility. under the Pennsylvania state law. Sir, Mr. Solicitor, did you research this? And what did you find?
Because we have those types of facilities in this building, you can make this a gun-free zone.
You can make it, it's not a gun-free
It
zone.
is a gun-free zone, read the statute. I'm not arguing it, I'm just telling you that's the law.
Is it not supposed to be posted
Read this.
so that as we come in the door?
If that's necessary, then we can see that it's done. But I'm just telling you, that's a concern. That is a concern.
You know what I'm saying? We got no security cameras, and we're allowed to have guns.
Question. If the daycare, as I understand it, is a separate entity, separate, don't they have doors, locking doors?
They use this facility right here.
But not when you
Every
do
day.
But they're not here, their hours of operation are not when the township meetings are going, right? And next question then, when was this discussion made in an open meeting about investigating?
It wasn't, that was a discussion between the individual supervisors and the solicitor.
And when was that done and why?
It was done.
So we paid the solicitor
Rob pointed it out as being on the bills that we paid for, and that's what it was. Okay, we were advised of what the law said. All right, that's not our job, to be apprised of the law.
What I'm saying, if that's an issue and a security issue, then you're talking about taking security cameras out, that makes no sense.
Well, if people want to use it as the coming and goings of people in this building that work here.
That's not actually true. We actually,
motion on the floor. I
wait,
call-
you said,
I
you can't, there's still discussion.
Jackson.
Keep running over our First Amendment rights, that's okay. We object to this completely.
We object to everything.
Oh my. They do whatever they want.
I'd like to make a motion that would restrict any purchases over $100 to be approved by at least one supervisor until we get the finances worked out.
Unbelievable.
Purchase limit of $100 by employees without having to seek approval of the supervisor.
I think I got it. So basically, it's not about saving the township money with the security cameras. It's because you guys were questioned about illegal meetings and your comings and goings. So now you're making it personal and affecting the township. When
Jay, I'll address that. Okay, I'm gonna say this one time.
People were trying to discuss.
If you feel that the supervisor's done anything illegal, go to the district justice and file charges. Until then, back off.
Oh.
Are you? I have a question for all three of you. Totally off.
It's not a question and answer session.
Okay. I'm going to make a statement then. I'm going to put it in a form of a question. You can choose to answer or not. I pretty much know you're not. I would like to know if you guys are happy the way this country, this nation is being run. Are you guys happy with our leadership and the way this country is being run? Anybody? It's a question. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing illegal about it. I'm asking you guys a question.
We're not going to engage this.
Of course not. Because all you got to do is look in the mirror and it's pretty much the same thing on a smaller scale.
They can do what they want.
Motion to continue tonight's session to 6 o'clock tomorrow, 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Why?
Because we got signed checks on Thursdays, and that way you don't have to worry about taking pictures of our vehicles in the parking lot or the video cameras of when we come and go.